Na collabo, yeah. She wants some collabo.
Hi guys, and welcome to my latest video. It has been a little while since I put up another video, and I just wanted to do this one to give a brief update on how come my blog has been so naked for the past couple of weeks. I apologize for that, but I have a very good excuse. What happened was I actually injured my back. I'm not entirely sure what exactly the details are, but apparently maybe a sciatic nerve may have inflamed. Basically, I was standing up on a stool and I was bending over to take pictures of outfits that I wanted to sell on my blog, and then I stood up and then all of a sudden I felt this really sharp pain just go straight up my back, and like I just fell down. So I thought, okay, let me wait a couple of minutes, maybe the pain's going to just ease over on its own. I waited a couple of minutes and then I tried to stand up to go and grab an ibuprofen, and as soon as I stepped on my left foot, I just felt another sharp pain go through my back and I just fell. And I remember it was so painful, and I just tried to reach for my phone, called my mom, and thank God she wasn't far. So then she came, she tried to lift me up, put me on the bed. It was too painful. So then she tried to lie me down on the floor, too painful, stand me up, too painful. Everything was painful. I couldn't move. So finally she got me into my dad's wheelchair. So I sat down in the wheelchair, and then since the pain was so much, she gave me my dad's morphine. So I took the morphine. Probably 45 minutes later, I was well enough to lie down on the couch. So then I laid on the couch, and then my mom took me to the room. I stayed there a couple of hours. My friends came to visit me. I thought it's gonna be fine. A few hours later, the pain comes back, just as strong as before. So my mom, she gives me 4 ibuprofens. So then maybe 2 hours later, still in terrible pain. So my mom thinks, okay, since it's been at least 5.5 hours since I took the morphine, she can give me another morphine. So then I took, I think it's 6 milligrams of morphine, and then I needed to go to the bathroom. So then that's when things went downhill, because I went to the bathroom, because my mom, she put me in the wheelchair, took me to the bathroom, and then I was sitting in the wheelchair, and I could just feel like the blood in my head just going, and it was like everything was cold, everything just went so cold, and all of a sudden I just felt my head go backwards, and I heard my mom screaming, and she was hitting me, and I was just like, I wanted her to just stop, but that's a bad thing, you shouldn't stop. So she was hitting me and she was hitting me until I couldn't respond. She was like, Brenda, Brenda, and I wasn't answering. So then she brings me to the living room, she calls 911. My dad is speaking to them while she's trying to revive me, and I know it must have given them the scare of their lives. So then the paramedics came, and I'm not entirely sure what they did, but I was able to start responding to them. So then they carried me onto the stretcher, and then the ambulance, they took us to the closest hospital. So then we get to the emergency room, and after a while I start vomiting. I just feel nauseous and lightheaded and cold only in my face. It was a really, really weird feeling. It's just like every 10 minutes a cold rush would just go through my face, and then I would feel like vomiting and I'll need to vomit. So that went on for maybe 4 hours. It was terrible. So then the doctor explained that it was because of an overdose of morphine, which we didn't realize. Morphine dosage is really according to weight and size, and my parents, they thought they were doing me a good thing because I was in pain, and morphine is a pain reliever, but I needed an anti-inflammatory and not just a pain reliever. So long story short, the doctor, he injected me in my hips, and apparently it was some fast-acting painkiller. A few minutes later, I was well enough to, sit in a wheelchair. So yeah, I came back home, and I was basically on bed rest, couldn't do much. every time I wanted to go to the bathroom, my mom would have to bring a wheelchair and she would have to help me to shower. Same deal, where thank God my dad has a bunch of, you know, equipment he uses, so I would use his equipment, like his stool and like his bathroom stool. So my mom would sit me there and she'd bathe me. It was really like being an infant once more. Like, I really appreciate my mom, and thank God, you know, she has the strength to care for someone at my age, my size, as well as my dad. But about a week later, I started going for physiotherapy, massage therapy, and you know, the massage therapist, she said it was really inflamed, the lower part of my back, really swollen. So I continued taking my anti-inflammatories, and right now, as you can tell, I'm sitting down. I can walk, I can stand, but I don't like doing any activity for long. I noticed that, like, if I'm sitting down, I have to stand up maybe every 20 minutes or else it really starts hurting. Funny enough, I went to the movie theater with my brother. I think it was about 10 days after the accident, and we went to go and see what do they call it, the one with Denzel Washington, I forget the name, the Exterminator? No, Executor? But you know, the one with Denzel Washington, the new one. But we went to see the movie and I had to keep standing throughout the movie. Like, it was weird. Like, thank God we sat at the back of the movie theater, because like during the movie I had to keep standing because my back would get sore and I need to stand. But I'm guessing people thought I was crazy, but I didn't really care. I'm in pain, leave me alone. So yeah, now I'm doing much better. I do my exercises that the physiotherapist told me to do. I get my massages in. And in general, yeah. I do have sort of a prior history with back pain. I'm hoping that we'll be able to get to the root of this, because I really don't want this to happen again. It was excruciating pain. So I'm going to be back to blogging. I'm going to try and do more videos as well. And because I'm getting this lighting thing down, my thing was I hated doing videos because it would look good in my camera, but then I would put it up and it would just look like standard definition. So I'm trying to get my HD going on here with all the lights I have. So yeah, I'm going through a lot right now. Apart from that, I'll probably do another video on that because I don't want this one to be long, or else you will get tired of me and your popcorn will run out. So I'm going to leave it at this. If you have any questions, feel free to leave them below. Don't forget to follow me on Instagram at @theonlyskinnybish, and I hope to see you soon. Thanks for watching. Bye everyone.
Na collabo, yeah. She wants some collabo. I can sing for you, you can sing for me. Yeah.